This is Schrodinger's Cat by Elizabeth Tanner. Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment used to share the theory of quantum superposition. In this experiment, we have a cat in a closable box. Also in the box is a bomb, or a degrading nuclear reaction depending on the story. When the box closes, the bomb may or may not go off. This presents a paradox of sorts, with the two outcomes, the cat being both alive and dead, simultaneously occurring. This represents a form of quantum mechanics known as quantum superposition. This mechanic is described as when a quantum field has two or more outcomes. The outcome that we choose to be most true most of the time is a combination of both of these outcomes. Much like Schrodinger's cat, the two outcomes are that the cat is either alive or dead. However, using quantum superposition, the state that we believe the cat to be in is both. The cat is both alive and dead. One interesting thing about quantum superposition is that once we observe the phenomenon, in this case, once we open the box to reveal the cat, the superposition is then taken away as one of the outcomes is observed and confirmed. You may think that it's just common sense that the cat could only be one or the other, and the fact that we looked at it was not the deciding factor of whether or not it was still alive. But particles behave in strange ways, so we can never be quite sure and never use common sense we think we can when talking about superposition. This leads into actual quantum superposition and quantum entanglement. With quantum entanglement, a good example would also be Schrodinger's cat. For quantum entanglement, there would be two cats in two different boxes. The boxes would be sent billions of miles away. However, since the two boxes have the same outcomes connected them, through quantum mechanics, they are also connected to each other. Through this, no matter how far away they are and no matter how many times we repeat the experiment, one box will always hold a cat that is alive, and one will always hold a cat that is dead. With this comes the theory of multiple universes. Once we observe the box and the superposition is gone, the two separate outcomes create two separate sort of universes, with one holding the dead cat outcome, and the other holding the alive cat outcome. This means that the more we repeat the study, the more the universes are created by observing one of the two outcomes. Schrodinger's cat isn't the only example of superposition. A type of machine called a piezoelectric turning fork was built specifically for the purpose of being in a superposition form. Its form is vibrating and not vibrating at the same time. The resonator within it, which is the core item that causes the superposition in this case, has over 10 trillion atoms that are simultaneously vibrating and staying completely still. On another note, some say that there's a way to determine the outcome of the cat without observing it, which, when applied to quantum mechanics, means that we believe that we can see the outcome of any atom or photon before we observe the particle. But like I said earlier, it is extremely difficult to do, and particles do very weird things. Who is to say that particles don't exist in two different states when there are sayings such as, "If a tree falls in a forest, does anyone hear a sound?" implying that when we aren't looking, strange things with particles can occur. In conclusion, Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment and a theory to explain quantum superposition. It also explains quantum entanglement by saying that if the two outcomes are related and the two experiments are the same, that each one will only have one outcome, which could lead into different universes.